Parents, I have a question for you. Well, two actually. One, do the ends justify the means? And two, are good intentions good enough? Welcome to the Addison Books YouTube channel. My name is Jamal Fridge. I am the author of the Christian middle grade novel series, The Life and Times of Theodore Addison. And while the books are for kids, I also care about the people raising the kids. So this channel will be a resource for you. So my questions center around the character of Derek Reed. That's this boy here in the green. He is easy to overlook since he is a supporting character and the best friend of Theodore Addison, the boy in blue. And to be honest, he could be a main character if he's paired with just about any other person. Derek is a smart, competent, level headed pragmatist who developed these traits through constant hardship and harsh messaging for years on end. That messaging has made him the type of person that every time he faces a crisis, he treats it like a weakness to be covered. But unlike others who flail about helplessly, Derek is actually able to cover those perceived weaknesses. Uh, for instance, when he and Ted faced bullying, at the time he was a pudgy kid and he got in shape and he learned martial arts. When his dad pushed him to be an excellent student to have a better future, he looked around and he saw how many young men were getting drawn into the street life. And then he turned into a straight A student almost overnight. When he and Ted face engineering challenges, he will be quick to switch things up and try to find a solution, as is a requirement of the engineering discipline. But Derek is also prone to taking away the wrong message when problems come up. When he strikes out with a girl he likes, that being this girl right here, Diamond, he immediately questions if she doesn't like him because he's a nerd. When he gets made fun of by another kid when he walks into a room, he immediately questions if he should have marched in there like he owned the place. And in the back of his mind is always his father's harsh criticism telling him what he should have done. In a way, he's a perfectionist who can come close to perfect. And this is what makes his dad feel fully justified in his approach, his tough love. Mr. Reed loves his son. Mr. Reed wants what's best for his son. But Derek is unable to feel that love or that pride that his father has in him. And so he's always searching for perfection. And so, though he becomes a great student and though he gets in shape and he can defend himself and even invent things with a genius, he never feels enough. Something's always fundamentally wrong with him. Don't be a bad student or you'll end up dead or in prison. Don't be weak or you'll get picked on. Don't be a nerd or girls won't like you. His inner voice is often punctuated by maybe I should have, dot, dot, dot. And that's why the theme of Derek's life is insecurity. And though his dad meant well, by not fostering a strong sense of confidence in his son, he left him wide open to psychological attack. In my new home, Derek's family has already moved, and now Derek is in a predominantly white school, and he's one of few black kids. If he doesn't make friends easily at that school, how likely is his mind to default to, they don't like me because I'm black? How likely is he to see his blackness as a problem to be solved like all the others? Lest any Christians think we don't have this problem, we too breed insecurity in the church. Think about Paul's words where he says, I know that no good thing dwells in my flesh. How often are Black readers and Black listeners to hear that word flesh and then zero in on their skin, or specifically their skin color. When God created humanity, he said we are very good, that we're made in his image. This affirmation is so important for the dignity of human beings, especially those who have been conditioned to believe that they aren't very good. In my theological tradition, the Calvinist or Reformed tradition, there's a lot of emphasis on the broken nature of man. But I think it goes so far in the negative direction that it saps the joy out of being God's child. And this is one thing that I think they get right in the prosperity gospel. I still kind of get on them about selling people false hope, but I think they get the posture of God right. To them, God is a God who empathizes with our suffering and our destitution and wants good for us. He isn't content to leave us wallowing. He isn't stingy. And we can take joy in knowing God. God is benevolent. In the end, Derek would likewise have been well served psychologically if his dad told him he was good enough and that the rest was just icing on the cake. So if he stayed pudgy, if he was, getting bullied at school, he's still good enough. Being able to take care of himself, icing on the cake. Parents, in the comments below, tell me how you would raise a child like Derek. How would you push a child to do better while also reaffirming them? How would you develop someone like him into an emotionally secure person? If you leave your comments below, maybe that will help somebody else who's dealing with the same kind of thing. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. And if you're intrigued by the book, I encourage you to listen to the audiobook that's right here on YouTube for a 5th grade challenge. And I encourage you to like and subscribe and share this video with those in your circles. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Thanks again.